Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we'll be learning how to make a princess dart bustier. So I'll be explaining the two methods. The first method and the second method is going to be Natalie Bray method. So if you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe and drop a beautiful comment. So thank you. Let's start. So what we have here is our basic border is drafted out already, but just the basic. So to get a good understanding of this, you can watch my basic border video. So what I just want to do first is to do my underbust tightening. I'll be going in side by 3/4 of an inches and out by 0.5 inches, and I'll go ahead to use my pattern ruler to connect it and connect to the dart leg. So after connecting to the dart leg, the next thing I want to do is to wrap out my princess dart, and I will just from my chest line come up by 3 inches. You can do 2.5 or 2 inches too. So 3 inches, and I'll go ahead to connect this to my dart. So after this, so the next thing I just want to do, I'll come down there by 1 inches and also go ahead to connect it. This is for the bust tightening. So for this 1 inches, what we want to do also, we want to return it. So I'll come out by less than 1 inches out like this, and also go ahead to connect it back to my armhole. So this part will be our new armhole. I don't know, I was in a hurry. I did not even I did not pay attention. I did not mark the side. So I just went ahead to cut it out. But either ways, it's still not going to still be able to achieve what we want to achieve. So after cutting out, the next thing we just want to do is to mark our sides and also mark our side dart, and this part is ready. So just watch carefully as I cut it out. So for our side dart, I'll be using 1.5, and before we go ahead to mark that out, I want to measure my round measurement. So I'll just try to place this like this and get my bust divided by 4, mark it there, and this for the under bust. So my under bust divided by 4 is what I have here, and when I mark the first part, whatever is I have left, I'll go ahead to mark it at this other side, at the other part, just like that, and I'll be doing the same thing for the waist. Whatever I have my waist round, I'll mark it like this, and whatever I have left, just because of I went ahead to cut it and mark it. So the next thing I just want to do now is to connect these lines together and also mark my bust round. So I went ahead to mark my bust round on the chest line. So I'll just go ahead to connect these lines together. So if you are actually making a dress, so you should also mark out your hip round divided by 4 on the hip line. So for me, because I was not really concerned about that, I just went ahead to cut it out. So I want to go ahead to do my side dart, and I marked 1.5 inches for my side dart to the bust point, and the next thing I want to go ahead now to do is close it up and cut it. So this is, we are almost done for this part. So after I'll go ahead closing my side dart. After closing my side dart, I cut out. So that is that for this part. So we'll be moving on to the next, which is the Natalie Bray method. Okay, so this is the second method, and if you noticed, I went ahead to draft out my shoulder dart, and in the shoulder dart you will notice 2 lines. So the first line is the actual line we'll be working with. So that first line is our shoulder length divided by 2, and I connected that line to the bust point. So you just want to ignore the other line. Like I said, the shoulder length divided by 2, and I connected the line to the bust point. So I'll still go ahead to draft out a line here, but I'll use a different marker so that you don't get confused. The next thing I want to do now is to use my scissors to cut out this first line, which I stated earlier that is our bust point our shoulder length divided by 2. So I just went ahead to cut it out, and here if you notice, I have my basic borders already draft out, my side dart and my waist dart, they already draft out. So the next thing I would just want to do now is to close my side dart, and I'm using my masking tape to hold it. So what we are just trying to do here is to, like the gaping, like this space here now, I would just want to use my tape rule to measure it. And whatever measurement you have there, you divide it by 4 and you mark it out. So that was what was supposed to be the second line, but I did not go with that because I felt it will not be correct, and it was not correct. So I'll go ahead to mark it out, and I'll be using another color here so that we don't get confused with the other line that was marked out. And you're going to draft it out just like you can see here. So I'm just trying to make the line visible enough, like the marker is faint. So after this, what we'll do, I'll just want to open my side dart and then also go ahead to close this shoulder dart that we did. So I'll be closing to the blue line, and I'll just go and use my masking tape to hold it down together. So after holding it down here, if you notice the shoulder slants are not aligned. So you also want to go ahead to redraft your shoulder slant, and whatever distance inches we got that we close this with, we'll go out to return it out there. And while drafting it, we'll just want to close our shoulder slant perfectly and go ahead to connect to our armhole. So after closing to armhole, I want to come up from my chest line by 2 inches and connect to my bust point. So for the first method, you will notice that we came down by 1 inches here and closed it. So the thing, what had just happened here, that the 1 inches that we were supposed to close here, we transferred it to the shoulder and closed it from the shoulder part. So this is the Natalie Bray method for Princess Dart, and I just want to go ahead to use my pattern ruler to connect this to the 2 inches. So just try to make sure you place your pattern ruler well and just connect it to the new armhole that we drafted out. So that is that. So the next thing I'll be doing is my underbust tightening, and for the underbust tightening, I'll come in by 3/4 of an inches and come out by 1/2 inches. So if you're working with a small bust, you can actually go by 1/2 inches on both sides, but I just prefer 3/4 of an inches in. And after connecting these lines, next thing I'll do is to go ahead and connect this to my dart leg, and we are done with this part at this point. So the next thing you just want to do is to go ahead and cut out. So if you have any question, you can drop in the comment section. So just watch how I cut it out. And I know you noticed that our this inside that was open, but after cutting out, we are going to go ahead to close it, because if you close your side that here, it's going to be like it's going to give this bust form. So you can still close it, but then it's just advisable you close it after. So when I'm done cutting, I'll just go ahead to close my side. That's you stay to this point of the video. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also do well to share this video with your friends. I mean, anyone that would like to learn this Natalie Bray method. Don't also forget again to like and subscribe. So thank you for watching.